Another rivalry week for the Raiders, another divisional opponent with the Broncos coming to town for the first time at Allegiant Stadium. Adam Hill, Vinny Bonsignore out at the team facility. And Vinny, this is a big stretch, 3 straight games against divisional opponents.
Yep, it is. They took care of business against the Chargers in Los Angeles to get the first. They want to try to protect their home field advantage against the Broncos, that such as it is, without any fans here, on Sunday at Allegiant Stadium, where they're 1-2, and they want to get that reversed. And of course, you got the Kansas City Chiefs waiting in the wings a week later at Allegiant Stadium. But first things first, and that's beating the Denver Broncos, getting to 6-3, keeping pace in that AFC wild card division that we keep talking about. And obviously, if you want to think about something magical, getting the Kansas City Chiefs a week later, who you've already beaten, and you can make some serious noise if you could beat them again. But again, first things first, that's the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, and they may have somebody out there that they didn't maybe expect. Alec Ingold back at practice today. Listen, we know fullbacks are tough, but this guy was pretty impressive to get back on the practice.
Well, I got to say, after the game, texted him because he was in the hospital, and he was like, just put a flap jacket on and rub some dirt in it, and I'll be fine. And, at first I thought he was just kind of joking around, and I didn't think there was any chance that he was going to be at practice today. But he was at practice today, and as John Gruden talked about it, you're going to probably have a fight on your hands, essentially, to keep him off the field. He's a guy that doesn't want to miss one rep, let alone one game. So if he can, he'll be out there Sunday. He's a bit of a throwback. I think Derek Carr talked about he's a guy that would probably play without a face mask if needed. Not so sure we have to go that far, but just the fact that he's out there, and I know you could tell he wasn't 100%. Let's put it that way with the ribs. It's hard. It's a hard injury to deal with, but he sucked it up today. We'll see if he could keep doing it the rest of this week and be on the field on Sunday against the Broncos.
Yeah, and as they get ready for this week, of course, the Broncos, a big game, but they are trying to get that home field advantage asserted here at Allegiant Stadium. They've been great on the road, record not so good here. It's been really tough opponents, so I think that's a big caveat to look at. But Derek Carr, he loves Las Vegas. We could just tell that today, the way he was talking.
No doubt about it. And, here's the thing. I'm not putting myself in his shoes, but I moved from California to here as well. And I love Las Vegas as well. It's just a different pace of life. Obviously, it's more cost effective here, but everything's close. Everything's within driving distance, 15, 20 minutes tops. Everything's new. It's a great market, and I can understand why somebody like Derek Carr could come here and say, you know what? It's a pretty darn good place to live. I know I feel like that, and I'm not surprised that he and a lot of his teammates and John Gruden and everyone else does as well.
And Derek Carr took some shots at UNLV. He said he's a fan, except when they're playing Fresno. Fresno got the win over UNLV last week. Derek, you might want to change that up a little bit. He said he wants to run for office one day. He was joking, of course.
Yes.
But you can't be taking shots at UNLV.
In all the with all the politicians, fake news, this and that, I'd rather have a guy that keeps it real. He's a Fresno State Bulldog, and he should root for his alma mater. And even if that means when they play UNLV, and he's made it very clear, he's a UNLV fan 9 other games out of the year. But when they play Fresno State, he's not going to fake it and pretend like he's not rooting for his alma mater. I respect that.
Even as a UNLV alum, I respect that too. I'm always upset at politicians that pretend to be sports fans of other teams. So good for Derek Carr. And again, he's joking about potentially running. Maybe. We'll find out one day. But Derek Carr, some good words about his time here. He does love it. That'll do it for us here on a Wednesday. Again, Raiders against the Broncos Sunday. We'll have all the coverage leading up to the game and all your coverage on game day as well. Make sure you check out the Review Journal, download the Vegas Nation app, and subscribe to the Review Journal as well. For Vinny Bonsignore, Adam Hill, Heidi Fang, we'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.